Auschwitz was located in southern Poland, about 80 kilometers west of Krakow. The main Auschwitz camp, Auschwitz I, was opened in 1940. Initially, it was intended to imprison and murder opponents of the Nazis, including Polish political prisoners and Soviet prisoners of war. Later, other people considered enemies of the Nazi regime were also imprisoned there: writers, Roma people, homosexuals, and intellectuals. In 1941, about 3 kilometers from the main camp, the construction of Auschwitz-Birkenau began. This camp was built as a mass extermination center, primarily for the imprisonment and destruction of Jews. Each month, tens of thousands of Jews, deported from all Nazi-occupied countries, were sent to Auschwitz-Birkenau to meet their brutal fate. The purpose of the deportations was carefully concealed to prevent panic and resistance. Those being deported were told that they were going to a new place for work. Jews from Poland, Czechoslovakia, and other occupied territories were transported to Auschwitz in cattle cars, without food or water. Upon arrival, they were exhausted and confused, with no idea where they had ended up. This lack of knowledge was essential for the smooth operation of the camp. If people had known their true fate, they would have panicked and refused to get on the trains. This deception allowed the Nazis to carry out mass murders efficiently and with little resistance. Imagine you're imprisoned in the world's largest death camp, and you manage to escape, but your goal isn't just to survive. You yearn to tell the world the truth you've seen with your own eyes, to stop the killing of thousands more innocent people. Today on the interesting documentary channel, you will hear the incredible story of two men, Rudolf Werber and Alfred Wetzler. Their escape changed the course of World War II and exposed the horrific scale of the Holocaust. Rudolf Werber and Alfred Wetzler were prisoners at Auschwitz for nearly 2 years. During that time, they became witnesses and information gatherers. Their mission was to warn the world about what was truly happening behind the camp's barbed wire. From August 1942 to June 1943, Rudolf worked in Auschwitz on a special cleanup crew. When trains arrived at the railway siding, this team had to pull out the corpses, then sort all the deported people's luggage and prepare it for shipment to Germany. For 10 months, Rudolf saw almost every train arrival and memorized where it came from and how many people it carried. From mid-1943, he worked as a registrar at the Birkenau quarantine camp. This job gave him even more crucial information. He could talk to the newly arrived people who were selected for work rather than for death in the gas chambers. Rudolf meticulously observed the incoming transports and even memorized the sequences of tattoo numbers given to each group. His office was near the 4th crematorium, so he saw trucks carrying people directly to their deaths. As Rudolf later wrote, he could get first-hand information on every transport. While working as a registrar, Rudolf noticed that a new railway siding was being built for future deportees. Although the SS Guard jokingly called the project Hungarian Salami, Rudolf knew it was preparation for hundreds of thousands, the mass extermination of Hungarian Jews. At the same time, in other parts of the camp, Alfred Wetzler was also gathering information. Working as a registrar in various parts of Birkenau, including the morgue, he collected facts about all aspects of the killing process. Together with Rudolf, they managed to maintain contact with special Sonderkommando units, Jewish slaves forced to work in the gas chambers and crematoria. These people, risking their lives, told them details about the size and operation of the gas chambers. These facts, along with information on the number of murdered Jews and their countries of origin, became the main points of their report. The escape plan was meticulously thought out. On April 7, 1944, 2 hours before the evening roll call, Rudolf and Alfred hid in a pile of lumber that was being prepared for the construction of a new part of the camp. Their colleagues sprinkled the hiding place with gasoline and tobacco so that the camp's guard dogs would not pick up their scent. They learned this trick from Soviet prisoners of war. During the roll call, it became clear that 2 prisoners were missing. The camp sirens blared, and guards with dogs began the search. They spent 3 days and 3 nights in the hiding place, watching the search until finally, on the evening of April 10th, the camp authorities believed the fugitive had escaped and called off the search. That same evening, at 10 PM, Rudolf and Alfred slipped past the line of guard towers and began their journey south towards Slovakia. Without documents, a map, a compass, or a weapon, they traveled at night, avoiding roads and German settlements. They immediately headed for the mountains, avoiding all roads and paths, and they only walked at night. One evening, a German patrol shot at them, but they managed to escape into the woods. Later, they met a Polish partisan who guided them toward the border. After a dangerous journey, on the morning of April 21st, they reached Slovakia and found refuge in a small village. In Slovakia, Rudolf Verber and Alfred Wetzler met with Jewish leaders and told them in detail everything they had seen and learned. Their reports included the operation of the gas chambers, a map of the camp, and the number of people killed. A few weeks later, on June 6, 2 other Auschwitz escapees, Mordowitz and Rosen, also reached Slovakia. They confirmed Rudolf and Alfred's report and brought even worse news. The deportations of Hungarian Jews had already begun, and thousands of people were being exterminated. As Rudolf later stated, "We saw the preparation for the slaughter. Mordowitz and Rosen saw the slaughter itself." These 2 reports shocked the Western world. In the second week of June 1944, the information received in Geneva completely changed the Allies' understanding of Nazi brutality. Thanks to the courage of these 2 men, the world finally heard the truth about the Auschwitz-Birkenau concentration camp. Their testimony became one of the most important documents to reveal the horror of the Holocaust. This is such an incredible story of the Birkenau escape. If you want more similar content about the Holocaust, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and leave the keyword "I want" in the comments. And now, see you in the next interesting documentary video.